There is a uniqueness in this Jewish organization whereby you transcends national borders. So you really have a global scope, and the fact that you're here from so many countries and you keep your great work and dedication for the Jewish people in the State of Israel is something that gives us all great encouragement and helps us all. I'm also very pleased to be here with the member of Knesset, Shai Hermesh, one of the great leaders in the Knesset, a man of the South, the Negev, and I'm sure you all will benefit a lot from his participation here. Many friends I see here, Elena Glazer, Ambassador Iran, all of you. Thank you all for coming. Just in respect to what we saw now, before I turn into the issue of Iran, I want to make one point. You know, the war of delegitimization now is the real war. If we look in some perspective over the last 62 or even more years, we have seen that every period there was a real impetus, a juggernaut of the Arab world against us. They tried to take us on first physically, militarily. They couldn't. Then they tried to take us on economically, you know, with a boycott. Not just the normal boycott, there was a secondary and even a tertiary boycott. They couldn't. Look where our economy is now vis-a-vis theirs. So now they try to do it politically. And this is the toughest of all the campaigns that we have now. Unfortunately, we have so far lost the narrative. So we have to start not from point zero, but way below zero. And here, unfortunately, quantity makes quality, because if you have a Palestinian delegation, you know, in any international forum or in any office around the world, you know, they have embassies around the world, and they are part of the Arab League. 22 Arab countries already are in their pocket, which is a part of the OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, which is 57. So they all vote in one block, and yet this OIC is yet a part of what used to be called the Group of 77, or the non-aligned, which is 118 countries today in the UN, which mostly are not democratic, are very backward, and there is what we call the automatic majority against us. If they want to decide the earth is flat, the Palestinians or the Arabs, the UN will make a resolution, the earth is flat. And this is why we have here an uphill battle. That doesn't mean we have to be discouraged or just to give up altogether. Not at all. We know too well from our history that a repeated lie becomes a truth and a reality, which really motivates anti-Semitism. And today, anti-Israel and anti-Semitism is synonymous, and unfortunately, and we have to fight it. And we have to fight it tooth and nail. And even though it's an uphill battle, we'll have to fight it in the General Assembly, we'll have to fight it in the media, we'll have to fight it in the internet, we'll have to fight it everywhere we can with papers, and for this, you are so important. And this organization, and it's, I think, very important that, you know, we understand what we are in, and it's not just Israel's image here is at stake, but the entire Jewish people. So this is very important that we see all your action here. And also, I must say, you know, we are not alone. We have some decent countries, although we don't have the quantity, but we do have the quality. And we saw it, by the way, just last Friday in Geneva, what is called the so-called Council for Human Rights, which actually turned itself as a council for rights to terrorists, unfortunately. We saw decent countries that did not go with the herd, with the crowd. And of course, first and foremost is the United States, but also decent countries, you know, Western countries did not vote for it. Some just abstained, which is still not good enough, but it's better than what we see. So we can make a change. We can make a difference one by one, and this is what this ministry is going to focus now. The Foreign Affairs Ministry is not going to dedicate itself only to the Palestinian conflict. We have done it Too long, 16 years, didn't bring us anywhere. Many methods have been tried to go to the core issues, to try incremental. We have here Ambassador Iran, who headed the Israeli negotiation teams for what, 2 years, 3 years? We know, we tried everything. Unfortunately, I don't see the basic ingredients there, and I'm not going to elaborate too much, of a lasting arrangement. Maybe intermediate, but what I want to say is that Israel cannot afford to continue and subject all its resources, foreign diplomacy and diplomatic resources and foreign policy resources just to the conflict. We have to get out of that, brand Israel as a real power in innovation, in new agendas, whether it's alternative energy and everything that we are representing here. And of course, always stress our history, our morals. It's very important for us that we keep this country strong, not only strategically and economically and culturally and scientifically, but also from the moral point of view. And for that reason, we will not, no one in Geneva will teach us how to behave. It's important to us and to our values, and this is what we are made of.